We'll now turn to Ms. McLaren. I hope I'm saying that. McLaren, over to you with Equestrian Canada for up to 5 minutes.
Thank you. Yes, McLaren is correct. So I'd like to also begin by expressing my gratitude to the opportunity to address the committee. As the governing body for equestrian sport and industry in Canada, we wholeheartedly support initiatives aimed at safeguarding the health and welfare of horses. However, we do believe that certain aspects of the bill require careful consideration to avoid unintended consequences for an important sector of our equine industry. We would like to highlight the importance of defining the term export as it pertains to the transport of horses, and I know this has been discussed at length at the committee today. However, it is important to distinguish perhaps in the preamble or other definitions that air travel is utilized for horses for other purposes in the sports sector. The transportation of sport horses by air for competition, sales, training is an integral part of equestrian sport and standard practice for other national equestrian organizations represented in our voting membership in the breed sector. Travel difficulties can be a source of stress, and mitigating any delays in ensuring smooth transport for horses that are legitimately traveling for sport is a horse welfare issue. If there were some delays that are forced by this legislation on horses, it could be a significant deterrent for our horses legitimately traveling for sport. We'd like to stress the distinction between the horses up for slaughter and those involved in sport and breeding. We would like that the ambiguous language, it could hinder legitimate transportation, and we want to ensure that it does not impact the equestrian community negatively. We're asking also that there be some consideration for a comprehensive transition plan if this were to go ahead. Our jurisdiction only covers active equines in Canada, and that is those involved in sport and recreation activities. But we do have concerns under our fundamental values of our organization around the love of horses and the requirements for us to advocate for the welfare of horses in the lives of all Canadians. We acknowledge that the bill's intent is to protect horse health, but we would like to emphasize the need to recognize implications of welfare and equine care without forethought and planning. The necessity of implementing a comprehensive plan to support the industry's transition away from the export for slaughter practice is highly important. The importance of avoiding unnecessary pain and suffering for the horses that will be affected by the transition. And we would like to propose a transition plan that would include financial support, education, and resources for those horse owners, breeders, and stakeholders that are involved in the current industry. We are open as an organization and willing to play a supportive and consultative role in this, where horses could be transitioned to other purposes such as sport or recreation. This transition plan should aim to protect and care for horses that are affected by this transition. And we would like to appreciate and let everyone know that we understand that this is around dedication to animal welfare, and it is reflected in the bill, and that the passionate response that led to it and the measures to eliminate the export of horses for slaughter we are in support of. However, we would like to advocate for a more nuanced approach that includes clarifying language, especially to highlight the diverse uses of horses traveling by air, and also to highlight the fact that there are potential unintended consequences of immediately ending an industry without the proper support. We believe that a balanced approach is necessary to safeguard horse welfare overall and in a variety of circumstances. I'd like to thank the committee's time and attention to this and express my trust in the careful consideration of all aspects, including considerations that we've brought forward as the bill progresses through the legislative process, and encourage continued efforts to promote animal welfare while maintaining a balanced approach to the challenges faced by our equine community.
Thank you.